This story is it's the most modern story ever. It happens every day. People still kill each other for ideas, for money, for power, for basically fear. And unfortunately, it's the poison of our society. Still, the fear of the unknown, of the different. If we are open, we know exactly what the truth looks like. We just have to receive, to open and accept it.
This is a perfect time to tell the story of Paul. And I think we're in this time that I don't want to overstate it. It's not that it parallels the time of Rome, but there are a lot of similarities. When Nero turned on the Christians, when the persecution started, God put his hand over these people and protected them and grew them, and they literally exploded in terms of population around the Middle Eastern area to the rest of the world. And I think that's happening in other parts of the world. You know, there's parallels in this story from a couple thousand years ago to right now. There is a parallel in how Christians are being persecuted, but there's also parallels in how God is sustaining believers and growing His church.
People will identify themselves when they see this film. They'll watch this movie and go, oh my gosh. See, sometimes when we look at the Bible, we see it's not like a history book. You know, you read the story about the Third Reich, right, during World War II, what they were and all that. And that's history. And we read history because we don't want to repeat history. But the scripture is different because we read it and it's timeless. It plays out in any time, and that's why it's a living word. Some of us, we like to think of ourselves like, I'm kind of like John, or I'm James, or I'm Peter, you know. But some of us don't want to look at it when we are, you know, Judas, you know, a Pharisee, a Sadducee, a Pilate, a politician. You see the characters being played out right now.
Is a modern story. This is why Shakespeare is still relevant today, Molière, and the great stories never die because they talk about human beings and humanity. Hopefully you will see that on screen.